Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan. And if you love Bethesda and you're not a subscriber yet to the KingFanMan channel, why not? Hit that button. I am back to make your life a whole lot easier in Fallout 76 with 7 more tips. And just like before, this is our 3rd time. You may know some of these, but hopefully some of these tips are going to help you, and you will be shocked that you didn't know these. Well, without further ado, let's just jump right in. The first one is so simple, I cannot believe how many people did not know this and still do not know it. I, for one, didn't know it. In fact, I went the whole beta not knowing it, playing with these perks, and they were useless to me because I didn't do them right. If you have picked the perks, and I don't even know what they're called right off the top of my head, it's under the luck category. If you pick the perks wanting more ammo or wanting more chems, where you find more in the boxes, it does not happen automatically in Fallout 76 like it did in Fallout 4. You actually have to hit an extra button in Fallout 76 to get it to happen. If you're playing on the Xbox One, you have to hit the Y button when you come up to search a container. If you're on a PC, you have to hit the space bar. I'm not sure what it is on the PS4. If you know, please put it down in the comments. But I went the whole beta thinking it did it automatically, that it would just give me extra stim packs, or it would give me extra chems, or it would give me the extra ammo, and it was useless. And I have talked to so many people that thought the same thing, and I would tell them, no, you actually have to hit an extra button. And, you know, oh well. So there it is. So if you've picked these perks, if you've picked the luck perk to find extra chems or extra ammo or anything in this game to find extra, you have to take the extra step of hitting the extra button to search for it in Fallout 76. So make sure you do that, or it is going to be an absolutely wasted perk. You're welcome. Okay, the next tip is a huge tip. You can actually lock your doors in your camp. Who knew? And it's a very simple way to do it. When you're at your camp, all you have to do is make sure you're in your build menu. You face your door. While you're in your build menu, make sure your door is highlighted. It will be highlighted green. And again, I know how to do this with the Xbox One. Please put down in the comments if you know the exact buttons with the PS4 and the PC. That would be very helpful, those that are the PC players and the PS4, if anyone has questions. But for the Xbox One, with the door highlighted green, you put the left, you push the left trigger. You just hit it once, and then it'll pop up on the screen, and it'll give you a choice of what lock you want to pick. And you can pick lock 1, lock 2, lock 3. In other words, it will give you what strength lock you want to pick. So, well, of course you want to pick a strong lock. So you pick the strength lock you want to put on your doors. So then you can lock your doors. And what is very interesting, your doors will be locked except for you and your teammates. You and your teammates will be able to get into the doors of your camp without having to pick the door or use a key. Isn't that very interesting? So wonderful, wonderful little tip that Fallout 76 does not tell you about, but right there you can lock your camp while you're away and keep it locked up and safe. The next one is super simple, but it's something that I know you already know about, but it's something you don't think about, and hopefully this will remind you to do it. Sleeping. Sleeping is something that is so easy and it's so helpful. Did you know you actually gain 5 experience points for an hour every time you get the well-rested bonus? That is a lot of extra credit, if you will. Plus the well-tuned bonus, which is the playing of instruments, and there are instruments spread out everywhere. Bethesda made sure of that. You get 25 AP bonus, that's action points bonus, for an hour. That is a lot of extra credit for both sleeping and the well-tuned bonus. Those are two easy bonuses that you can do all the time. Make sure you do those. Those are easy to do. So those are two tips right there wrapped up into one. Just a quick reminder from the KingFanMan, do those as often as you can to help you level up. For this next one, I give you a little bit of my research and a little bit of my failed experience. I am a scrapper by nature, and what I mean by that is I love to gather weapons and then scrap them. In this game, I don't like to sell them. I like to scrap them for their components and for their mods, of course. And in fact, I like to do that so much that I got one of my subscribers tickled at me. Just today while I was playing, I got so overweight, I think I got up to like 400 and something pounds. I had so many weapons on me. We were walking around trying to find some kind of crafting table. I think my max weight was only supposed to be like 190, and I had 400 and something pounds because I had that many weapons on me. Well, I got very excited back toward the, I think it was in the beta or right after launch, when I saw the scrapping perk, because I remembered the scrapping perk in Fallout 4, how good it was, that it gave you aluminum, that it gave you some of those rare materials, it gave you more screws, it gave you those things that you really needed, especially early on in the game. So I grabbed that scrapping perk thinking, yes, it's going to be great. It's not. Okay, long story short, Fallout 76 scrapping perk is awful. Do not use it. That's my tip. Do not get it. It is a wasted perk in Fallout 76. The Fallout 76 scrapping perk is no, don't use it. It's awful. In fact, I'll tell you how bad it is. It only gives you more wood and more steel. And if you know anything about Fallout 76, you don't need more steel. And once you get over a certain level, you don't need more wood either. So it is a wasted perk. It's awful. I don't know why. I hope Bethesda changes it. I hope they tweak it, make it better. It needs to give you aluminum. It needs to give you screws. It needs to give you some of those rare materials that it did like in Fallout 4. So sadly, it does not do that right now. So please don't get it thinking you're going to get something like you did in Fallout 4. I'm trying to save you a perk card. Stay away from the scrapper perk card in Fallout 76. That is a huge tip for you. Take my experience and stay away from it. Hopefully most people know about this one. It's a very simple one, but it's a cost-saving thing. In this game, of course, fast travel costs caps. And even after you've discovered locations, it costs you to fast travel. Well, when you're in a team, there is a way around that. One team member can fast travel to a location. All the other team members then can fast travel to that teammate and it not cost them any caps. So that's a way to save money. Another quick tip is Fallout 76 has maps that are scattered around the world. And if you pay attention, these maps have pins in them. And if you will click on these pins, normally they are red or yellow pins. If you will click on them, those locations will then show up on your map so that you will be able to see where these locations are. Kind of a neat trick. Kind of like in Skyrim, you could do that as well. Now, even though we've already had 7 tips, I'm going to give you just a little bit of extra. Please make sure that you use your bobbleheads. They don't automatically work like in Fallout 4. You have to click on them. You have to use them. They are a one-time use. They don't work all the time like they did in Fallout 4. They are a limited time, one-time use. Also, your recipes and your plans, you have to click on them. You have to read them to get them to engage. Once you pick them up, they haven't engaged. You have to look at them in your Pip-Boy and click on them again. So make sure you do that as well. A lot of people don't know that, and they've got a whole Pip-Boy full of plans and stuff that they haven't done anything with. So make sure you look through your Pip-Boy and see if your recipes and your plans that you've engaged and you've read those things. Now, the last one. Somebody was asking me, my subscriber was asking me today that they wanted more plans for their camp. They wanted to be able to build more in their camp, and they said, I've seen people that had all these neat things in their camp. Where do they find these plans? Well, I actually went in the survival guide, and I started looking. What does the book say? Where can we find more stuff for our camp? What does the book say? Where is the best place to find it? And what does it say? If we want more stuff for our camp, then we need to participate in more events and more workshops. Now, sure, you can find them exploring the world, but according to the survival guide, the Vault Dwellers Survival Guide, it says if you want more stuff for your camp, then it will award it to you by participating in events and workshops. That's where you're going to gain more of those plans for your camp. The chemistry station plans, the new stuff for your camp. What I was just saying that you need to read inside your Pip-Boy. So if you want more stuff like that, then get involved with more events and those type things. So there you go. Now, one more tip I want to give you, and this is the very last one. Go back and watch the other two, and you say, oh, I've seen them before. Trust me, the other people I've played with, and now this is the absolute truth. I've played with a level 67 guy. I've played with a level 70-something guy. And both of those guys that were way up there, way above me, I was saying something off of one of my tips videos that they didn't know. And I think they even watched them. Go back and watch those tips videos again. They will help you. I'm not just saying that to get my views up, which will help me too, okay? But go back and watch those two tips videos. I will put the links at the end of this video. Those two videos I will put at the end. But please go back and watch those first two tips videos. They will help you. They will help you. Those simple tips that we forget about. Go back and watch them. They will help you, okay? Go back and watch them. They will help you. And if you have tips that you think some other people might need to know, then you tell me down in the comments, or you message me, and we'll put them out on another video. 7 more tips, volume 4, okay? I want to thank y'all for getting your Bethesda fix right here, and I hope these tips did help you just a little bit, and I hope at least one of the tips was something that you can use out in the waste of West Virginia. I want to thank y'all again. Y'all be sure and check all my links down below. If you can, and if you're able, think about becoming a supporter of the KingFanMan channel. That's the only way this content is going to stay on YouTube. But I know y'all support me in the way you can, and that I do appreciate. I am the KingFanMan, and I will see you out in the waste. And speaking of that, my schedule is up. It's up on Twitter, it's up on Facebook. If you want to play with me on Xbox One or on PC, you can right now. Message me, we'll work out a time. If you want to play with me on PS4, you're going to have to wait just a little bit, but you're going to be able to very soon. But my schedule is up on Xbox One and PC, so we'll work out a time. So you look at my schedule, send me a message, and we'll get together. I'll see you out there, guys. Hopefully we can play together soon. Bye, y'all.